CC, I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass to your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black on firm, but we ain't all black.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Constance Carter, and we are winding down the days of 2024 or 2023. I am tripping. We're winding down the days of 2023. And I know you guys are happy because I'm happy too. So, how has 2023 been for you? Now, before we even get started, you know, I like to acknowledge the people who join me every night. And, you know, listen, I appreciate you because really you could be anywhere else, but you chose to be here with me and I appreciate it. So I just want to shout you out and I want to say thank you. Put in the comments box where you're watching from because I like to acknowledge the people who are watching with me because understand, y'all, this is a dialogue and not a monologue, okay? Because I want you to talk back to me and talk black to me. But I really do because I like to have the interaction, the engagement. It keeps me going. It keeps me excited. It keeps me, you know, so ask me questions. Number one, I want you to ask me questions. I want you to comment. I will dialogue with you. I will engage with you. So I want to tell you that. The second thing I want you to do, so there's some instructions before we get started, okay? Thank you, She Prays. Yes, She Prays is from Florida. Ruby Johnson is from Philly. Shout out to you both. Anybody else, and I know we have people that watch from all over the world as well. So put in the comments box where you're watching from. So thank you. Make sure that you're subscribing to the Fly Nubian Queen, please. Also, alert yourself every time I come on. So every time I come on, go to CC the CEO, run over to CC the CEO. If you're not on CC the CEO, my YouTube page, I'm getting a little action now. So thank you guys for the love. Because before, like, you know, YouTube was giving me like 3 views and stuff. So, you know, I do, you know, pretty good on Facebook and Instagram, but YouTube, it's hard to break in YouTube. So they don't be giving us sister no love, but you know, here lately, it's been going well. So make sure you're subscribing to CC the CEO and make sure that you put on your alert. Is that what it's called? Alert when you, when I go live, because I'm always trying to bring you something that's fruitful for you. Now know this, every day I'm talking something different, but there is a common thread. So one day you may see me with a panel full of people. I want to just give you a little bit of variety. One day you might see me with my children. Yesterday I was on with my kids. If you missed that, it was good because I have my daughter on, which I have her on every week, but I also have my oldest son on. I have 4 children. So that was pretty cool. Sometimes I want to talk to you about wealth building. Sometimes I want to talk to you about relationships. I want to talk to you about life. I want to talk to you about transformation. Overall, though, my goal, the common thread and the common theme is helping people to live their best lives. Because listen, no matter what you go through or I go through, you always got to see the bright side in everything. In fact, I was just having a conversation with my oldest son, and this is just something that I just thought about right now. My oldest son had gotten into some trouble at school a couple of months ago during homecoming. He had gotten into an altercation with somebody and it just went crazy, right? And my son is the last person because he's super sensitive and he's an overthinker like his mom. We think about everything. And, you know, he's growing into his manhood, has always been a little socially awkward, has always, you know, been, you know, and so when he went through this thing, I was like, oh my God, he is the last person I want to go through this particular thing because, you know, it was so huge. It was so massive. And I felt so bad for him. And I just didn't want him to have to go through that. He was ostracized at school and everything. And when I was talking to him a little bit earlier today, I said, do you think, because we were talking about growth and personal growth, because I always talk about that kind of stuff with my kids. And I said, what do you think about the incident that happened a couple of months ago? What do do you think it's done anything for you? Or do you still feel bad about it? Because he had kind of went dark and he said, no, you know what? He said, initially, you know, this school year started off great. I started off up here and then I went all the way down to the bottom. But, you know, it was actually good for me because the lesson that I learned in it is how to really overcome, you know, things happening to me. And that's what I told him, you know, when it happened, like, I didn't want this to happen to him, but this is something that's going to help to make you stronger because you're going to go through things in life. So I said that to say It was a long way of me saying that whatever we go through, and I've been through some things, I've filed bankruptcy and had a 379 credit score. The next year after that, though, I started my real estate company, and it went on to become the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California. From 2020 to 2022, I went through a very long divorce process, an extremely long divorce process. And it just drug out. But 2022 was the pinnacle year. And I went through some ish and lost over $1 million. But have been able to rebound and recover. And when I look back at that, I still see a lesson in all of the things that I went through. And you know what? When I was going through it, of course, I felt like it was the Twilight Zone. Like it was like the worst, because I was like, this is not adding up. This don't make sense. It's not logical. This is just weird. Am I in the Matrix? But I felt like a lot of stuff that happened that wasn't fair. But I also felt like, you know what? I'm okay with that. Just like my son, because the lesson for me was another thing that you can overcome. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? As I've gone and rebuilt, you can't say that I had an advantage, right? Because I actually came out at a disadvantage, but I know how to get it all back. And so what you can't do is 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road, and say, oh, the reason, you had an advantage because I didn't have a disadvantage. So I had to come through the smoke and the fire, and I was like a phoenix rising to the ashes. These are things that I talk openly about my journey, and I'm okay with that. Of course, I didn't talk about it while I was going through it. But I could talk about it now because I've been able to, I'm able to stand on top of it instead of standing inside of it and standing in it. But I believe that God allows things to happen so that you can use your hardships as a blueprint to help somebody else, because there's somebody else, there's another woman, there's another man, there's another somebody else that's gone through the same thing, or is getting ready to go through the same things that I have gone through, and they need to see somebody who's been able to come out of it. Bankruptcy, yeah, that's easy, right? That's just financial. I can make money. I know how to make money. Lost it, made it again. That's easy. But heart things are hard things. And so when you're dealing with matters of the heart and family and all that stuff, that's a little bit more difficult. Those are a little bit more challenging, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with sharing my life and those things, because I know that it's not just my life is not mine, and God has given me a platform to be able to help other people. I get DMs every single day from, a different person that says that something that I said or something that I did has inspired them in some way, whether it's, me showing them how to grow their money, which is what I'm going to talk to you about, or me helping them in some personal way, or, something like that. But I definitely encourage you to look at that video that I did yesterday, the live that I did yesterday with my kids, because one of the things that really make me proud is the way that they feel about their mom. And one of the things that I could truly say with all my heart is that it does not matter what I project, because we everybody, we all play a role, right? So you're not going to see me at my dirtiest, ugliest, funkiest, stinking self, right? I'm not going to put that out there. So I'm going to try to put, I may not put my best foot forward, but I'm going to come correct, right? But you're not going to see me at my worst here. So these are the people who have seen me at my worst, and yet they still celebrate me. They respect, they love me, and they know my heart. And so that's the most important thing beyond anything, because if your kids think you're trash, if the people who are around you who love you think you're trash, then all that shit that you flossing for means nothing. If you're not a good person, it means absolutely nothing. And so I just want to encourage somebody tonight to live in your truth, but your truth just being a positive person, a powerful person. You get so much further when you are a giver. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I was able to build the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California. Is because I'm a giver. Is because I'm a servant. Is because I do things to serve others. And I'm not saying this in a way that is trying to sound braggadocious, but that's just what I do, because I love people. I do. I love people. And so sometimes I actually love people to a fault, because sometimes, there's no reciprocity. But if you're doing it, I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for reciprocity. I'm doing it because I really want to help people grow and expand. The blessings come back to me. So I don't need the blessings from another person. My blessings come from up there, which is way more powerful than what you or anybody else can give me. So when you do it, make sure you do things from a pure and grateful heart, and just give. And I tell you, when you have your hand out to give, you also have your hand out to receive. And what you receive is way bigger than anything that you can ever give. Okay. So I just wanted to just encourage you tonight with that. My goal really is to help 1,000 people in the year of 2024. Now, let me just tell you, I do what's called the Net 7 Collective. God has placed it on my heart to help 100 Black women build their net worth. And it's been such an amazing journey. I started this journey back in May. So I think our first cohort started in June. We're halfway there. So we've had over 50 people that has gone through the cohort that are on their way to a 7-figure net worth. And the reason why God has placed it on my heart, because number one, so what I did when I had my real estate company, most of the people who worked for me were Black women. I want to say 85% of the people who worked for me were Black women. But we had some of everybody. We were Black owned because I owned it, but we weren't Black only. And I love everybody and I helped everybody. But my heart and my passion is with Black people, because I am a Black person. If you saw my TED Talk, I did a TED Talk. It's called Google That Shit. And I talk about ways that we can close the wealth gap, because in the year, Forbes magazine said in 2017 that by the year 2053, Black median wealth was going to be a 0, and Hispanic median wealth was going to be a 0 not long after that. And so since I heard of that article, that it became my passion and my purpose, because me getting into real estate, the reason why I was so successful is because I always just wanted to help people. I want to help change and transform people's lives. That really kicked up and magnified my mission to really kind of, be focused on closing the wealth gap, be intentional about the people that I help. Again, helping everybody, but being intentional about helping those people who are underserved. And that's what I wanted to do. And that's what
I am a Black woman with a PhD, a public high school diploma. Give it up.
So that was part of my TED Talk. And it did like 430,000 views or something like that, maybe 440,000 at this point. But it was the best TED Talks I've seen. But I just talked about ways that we can close the wealth gap. And so I talked about solutions. So if you have not checked it out, check it out. It's called Google That Shit. But now, so with the closing of the wealth gap, for me, helping Black women, coaching Black women, up close and personal coaching with Black women has been my mission. So I have a cohort of Black women that I work directly with. Okay. It's called the Net 7 Collective. This is an elite exclusive group for Black women who want to live their life on their own terms, who want to be able to have that financial freedom in a capacity that is around other Black women who have the same mindset, who are going the same direction. And so, we just finished up our second cohort last Wednesday. And let me just share one of the things, because at our last meeting, I gave everyone an opportunity just to kind of speak into each other's lives. And so let me just share with you with one of the ladies Judy had mentioned while we were at our last call.
For about the past, 3 or 4 years, I've been praying for a business coach. Like, I never had a coach. I knew that a coach, I read many times that all the most successful people have a coach. Coaches have coaches. And I wanted a coach that would help me understand money and business and entrepreneurship. That I know people always tell me, oh, you know a lot of things and you do a lot of things, but nobody was taking me by the hand and say, this is important with your credit, and this is how you get stuff off your credit, and this is how you establish business credit, and this is how you build your brand. And here's a bunch of people that look just like we do that are doing all these different things. And take a look at these. Maybe you want to do something of them, maybe you don't. But every single person that we were exposed to showed us something different and made us see yet another possibility. The fact that we have been exposed to just folks that are just banging, that are like really doing it, like no shit, they really, really doing it. And it's just been such an eye opener, like mind blown every time we got on. And then just getting to meet all of you women was such a bonus, because here again, I'm seeing all these faces on the screen and everybody is doing amazing things. whether you are where you want to be or not, when we get on and we listen and people talk and share, I think, well, damn, that's what she's doing. That's what she's about. And that's what she knows. I'm just like mind blown yet again. Every single time. I'm telling you, I would move heaven and earth not to miss one of these sessions. I know they're recorded, but it's just something about being in the room where it happens, and being here live and being able to participate and interact. It's just been such a wonderful thing. And Constance, you definitely underpromised and over-delivered. Yeah. And I know you want us to talk about the rest of us, but you're the one who thought of this. You're the one who went out on a limb yourself and put this together and brought all of us together. And I am just so grateful. This has just been an amazing experience for me, to the point where I can't even explain it to people. I'm very methodical and very process oriented. I don't mind making a risk, but it's going to be a calculated risk.
Oh my God. It's so hard for me to watch that, because it's just, it really gives me goosebumps. And, with the Net 7 Collective, I created something that I needed. Iron sharpens iron. And so when you're around people who are doing positive things, or, we have people from all walks of life. We have people who start from, they may be just starting out in their entrepreneurial journey. They may have a 9-to-5 job. They may be like me, that has just a PhD, a public high school diploma, all the way from Harvard PhD, all the way from somebody from 25 years old, 24 years old, all the way to 70-ish, women from all over the country, Black women from all over the country. So it's just been an amazing experience. And all of the people, when we shared in our last session, when we shared, that's pretty much kind of the consensus of what was shared. And so, but the superpower though is it's not about me, because in the beginning they promised to play full out. In the beginning, they promised to put all their cards on the table and be open to the possibilities and be open to the information and be receptive. That is what made the difference. It's not about Constance Carter, but it's about everybody who's in the collective. And so everybody is empowered. And that's my superpower, right? Is I know how to build leaders, and I know how to inspire other people to empower other people. And that's what the Net 7 Collective is about. So our next cohort starts in February. And I did a little break, because now, so what happens at the end, after we go through the entire process, is a 12-week cohort. After we go through it, at the end, I do one-on-one strategy sessions. So I said, y'all got to give me to December. Let me get to Christmas, and then we'll start our one-on-one strategy sessions. But those are very intensive. And that's where I sit down with them, each one of them, one by one, and we put their plan, their wealth plan together. So based upon their strengths, because they do a strengths assessment, their finances, because we do a financial assessment, what they learn, what their goals are. Then we put it all together, and I give them the step-by-step of how to get there. That's the Net 7 Collective. And so, if you are a Black woman, or a Black woman, tell them just to book a call with me, so that we can talk about it. You can go on my website, you can go to bookwithconstance.com, because I am interviewing people for the next cohort. Now, everyone is not invited. Everyone is not qualified to be a part of the cohort. And so, we just have to have a conversation to see if this is something that, if you would be a good fit. Okay. So that's the Net 7 Collective. And that is, I just, mind blowing. And the thing about it is, like, because this is the second cohort, same with the first cohort. They're like, we don't want to end. So we have an ongoing monthly call that we also do, where I still bring in people, where I still teach, where we still share collectively. And it's just absolutely amazing. It is amazing. So that's what that is. So if you know a Black woman, or you are a Black woman, send them to me and have them go to bookwithconstance.com. Okay. But here's the other thing. I want to be able to help more people. And I often get, when I invite people to the Net 7 Collective, I often get men that say, yo, what about us? I often get non-Black people, non-melanated people that say, yo, what about us? Because they know I love everybody. And so I said, okay, well, how can I help more people? There's only so much of me that can go around, but really the goal is to effectuate change in people's lives. And so I said, well, what can I do? Now I have some training programs on mywealthroadmap.com. I've helped tens of thousands of people with my training programs. There's over 10,000 people that have taken my training. And my trainings range from $29 to $2,000 or $3,000, right? So I have them individual trainings where a la carte, where people signed up and they take my training. Credit repair masterclass, real estate for rookies, business blueprint, all of these trainings, people log on and they take my trainings and they're self-paced, right? So I said, well, what can I do to reach more people, to give back to more people? And so I said, you know what I'll do? I said, I want to help 1,000 people this year, within the next 12 months at minimum, to be able to get access to these financial tools. How do I do that? I make it more affordable. So with all of my training programs, all of them, I've made it affordable. So I have a monthly membership program at this point where you get access to over $7,500 worth of trainings for $47 a month. Now that is the inaugural price, right? So that's the price right now until January. So the goal is to get as many people in here as possible. And if for the $47, you get that for a lifetime. This is called the gym membership, or the Grow Your Money membership, the Grow Your Money Club. So you go to the Grow Your Money Club, and now you are part of a membership where you get access to all of my trainings. And I'm putting in a one new training every month. So you'll always have something new. So right now you have the business blueprint, you have the real estate for rookies, which is a $3,000 training. You have the, that's not real estate for rookies, business blueprint. You have the credit repair masterclass. You have the wealth map. You have the broke to woke, 7 online revenue streams to fund your $1 million dreams. There's so many trainings on there. I think there's about 8 trainings right now. And again, you'll have trainings on how to become a public speaker. You'll have trainings on how to build your brand. You'll have trainings on how to write a book. All these trainings are coming down the pipe. I have about 10 trainings that I have already ready, like just to put in there every single month. So $47 per month, and you will get this pricing for the lifetime, because the pricing is going to go up. So you'll get this for a lifetime. So $47 every month, and it'll never go up for you if you join before the price go up. And if you want to be a part of the VIP MIP club, which is a little bit more hands-on, because with the $47 one, you're just getting access, but you're getting access to all of the financial tools, which is great. That's good. If that's what you can do, that's good. The point is, get something, because I want you to start doing something. I want 2023 to be a different year for you. I want it to be a standout year. I want you to grow your money and not blow your money. I want you to do something different, because if you're willing to do something different, then things are going to change for you. But if you're only willing to do the same, T. Harv Eker said, in life, if you're only willing to do what's easy, life is going to be hard. But if you're willing to do what's hard, life is going to be easy. And when I mean hard, I don't mean strenuous. I mean getting outside of your comfort zone, because we've been so used to doing the same thing over and over again that we're not growing. Our muscles aren't growing. We're just kind of like right now. Look, I go to the gym every day, right? I go to the gym. I've been going to the gym for the last 15 years. I don't go to the gym at this point to like lose weight, even though I should, right? I could lose some pounds, but I just go to the gym because it's a habit. And I just, during the gym, that's like my time where I'm able to reset, to do, some work, and to, get my mind clear. But I'm not pushing myself really hard. And that's what we do when we get into our routines every day. We're not getting uncomfortable. I'm not getting uncomfortable. I'm just getting on that damn treadmill. I'm getting on a Stairmaster. I'm getting on the elliptical, but I'm not doing anything outside of my comfort zone. I haven't in a while, nor do I have the desire to, but at least I am getting my cardio in, right? But that's what we do a lot of times. We will just do something over and over again, and then we just become complacent with it. And then there's no growth. Your girl ain't losing no weight because I ain't doing that extra. I'm going to admit it, but I go to the gym every morning without fail. So, because that's part of my routine. That's part of the habit that I created a long time ago. So I want you to get out of that habit of doing what's routine and get into something and do something different that's going to change your life. Little steps, moving the needle just a little bit is going to change your life. And so my goal is to help. And please, I'm going to stop right here. I want you to share this with as many people as you can, because I don't want, like, listen, my girl I just went to Turks and Caicos last week, right? My girl just said, hey, you want to go to Turks and Caicos next week? I was like, bet. And I got up and went to Turks and Caicos the next week, right? I have the ability to do that because financially I'm okay. I'm not saying that to brag. What I'm saying is I want you to be financially able to get up and go to Turks and Caicos this week. After my girl, now she's even more financially better than me, because after she went to Turks and Caicos, then she went to New York, then she went to Paris. Now tomorrow this is for her birthday. Now tomorrow we going somewhere for her birthday, and then we partying that night. Then we got an after party. She's partying the whole month, but she got that kind of money, like she like really, really, really long money. But I want people that I could just get up and go without having to worry, having that financial freedom, being able to live your life on your own terms. What I have is accessible and available to you too. You can do the exact same thing. I'm just a chick from San Jose who made some good decisions, who made some bad decisions. I filed bankruptcy. I had a 379 credit score. And the next year I built Catalyst. I opened up Catalyst Real Estate Professionals, which went on to become the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California. I got a couple of best-selling books where I'm helping people with their credit. I have this Wealth Accelerator workbook right here. I have the Build Credit to Build Wealth workbook. I have a couple of other books that I have that actually are on sale right now, where I'm not making any money. Amazon, $5. You can get my books for $5. And I do this every year also, just as my give back. I can't give them free, but on Amazon, you can get it. You can buy them at stocking stuffers. Give the gift of wealth and abundance to everybody you know, right? So a lot of agents will buy them in bulk and just give them to all their clients. And so since I've done this promotion, like, thousands have sold, thousands upon thousands, but I just want to help people. So I don't make any money. These workbooks are normally $100. They're $20. So, but this is my gift for you. But these are things that I've been able to do just as my give back. And I'm telling you, when I first started in real estate, I just was like, I just want to help people. As long as I could afford daycare and diapers, because my daughter was in diapers at the time and she was in daycare. If I could afford daycare and pay my mortgage, I'm good. My goal was not to be rich or be wealthy. My goal was to help people. But I'm telling you, when you help people, God helps you back. And that's why I do not have a problem in helping people to be able to change their lives. And so that's the reason why I do this. So the gym membership, the Grow Your Money Club, 47. When I talked to my team and we made the decision to do this, it was tough. I ain't even gonna lie. It was tough because I sell these trainings, $500, $1,000, $2,000 a piece. And I'm giving them to you for $47. Understand the significance of that. But it's just because I want to reach more people. I want to make these tools available to more people. The VIP membership, I didn't explain that. The VIP membership, you get the trainings, plus you're in a private group with me. We interact. We do Q&As. You get to come to our trainings, and then you also get, because I'm gonna be doing some in-person events this year, so you get $100 off of all of our in-person events. And then there's some other VIP super networking things, private networking things that I'll do that's not open to the public, but that's also that'll be invitation for the folks who are in VIP. So that is, you have access to that too. That's for $97, y'all. But the way it made sense for me is if I could just help as many people as possible. And so tell your friends, share this information with everybody that you know, because again, I mentioned the whole Turks and Caicos thing is because I want you to be able to go with your friends to vacation, get up and go to Paris like my girl did. She got up and went to Paris a couple days later. Like, let's go to Paris. It's great. I love to see it. And I would have went, but I had to come home and take care of my kids. They were like, we want to see you, Mom. So that's what it is. So that's my goal and my mission. And I need you guys to share this. So I want you to stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin this image in the style. No, I'm just kidding. I want you to share this with as many people as you can. Let them know this great deal, because it's, yes, $47 a month or $97 a month, Nicole. It's not just like 40. I ain't giving you $7,000 worth of trading for $47, but you will get you get it a month. And then if you didn't hear me, you can go back and listen. But $47 a month, I drop a new training in every single month, ways that you can grow your money and not blow your money. And so that's what this is about. The mission is to help 1,000 people. The mission is to get at least 1,000 people into the community. I would love to have 1,000 people into the VIP community, because here's the thing about the VIP community. And this is what, even in the Net 7 collective, one of the things that Net 7 was everything that I dreamed it would be, plus more. But one of the magical things that happens is the networking. So I make sure that they have an accountability partner, but even the cross networking with the other women. So I remember there was one woman, one of the members in there, she said, I want to be a comedian. And one of the other ladies said, oh, okay, well, I know a couple of writers from Saturday Night Live. I'll connect you. In the first cohort, someone said, you know what, your business should be this, and this, because they offer suggestions. And then she created her business based upon a suggestion. That didn't come from me, but it came from the other members. Some of the ladies are partnering with each other on some business ventures. Actually, quite a few of them are partnering with each other on some business ventures. So with the private community, that networking piece is imperative. And so I bring in experts. I'll bring in experts, my friends, like I do with the Net 7, but not as intense, right? Not as intensive. But I do bring in friends that charge thousands of dollars, that do it for me on a solid, right? They do it for me for the solid because they love me. But the reason why is because I networked. I got in the rooms. I networked. That's how I met these people. I don't just know people, but I know people because I network. So that is what I'm saying for you, is you being a part of this private community. If you're part of the VIP, there's an opportunity for you to network with other people. You might find your next joint venture partner. You might find your next best friend. If you look at this person, Miss Tanya, she said her accountability partner was her best friend.
It has been a privilege and an honor to be part of this cohort. Constance has done an amazing job at placing systems to allow us to understand how to prosper in our businesses. We have strategically taken the time each week to come together to understand how to build a business, how to brand a business, how to use real estate, how to use life insurance. We have bonus days where there are speakers who come and they share their stories and their goals and their successes. We have an accountability coach that I have learned to realize that she really is like a best friend to me. It has been an amazing journey. I have grown so much. Now all my fears are now my strengths.
Isn't that so dope? All of my fears, all the things that I feared are now my strengths. So just the transformation that I seen firsthand with the Net 7. So again, if you're a Black woman or you know a Black woman, have them book a call with me. That's something that's totally different. That's an elite program for Black women. But if you are a Black woman or a white woman or a Hispanic woman or an Asian woman or a man of all of those hues, you are invited to join the Grow Your Money Club, to be a part of this community that I'm building to help at least a minimum of 1,000 people to be able to increase their financial landscape. That's my goal for 2024. I've helped so many people in real estate build their real estate portfolios. I've helped thousands of people with my training programs. Again, I said 10,000 people have already taken my trainings. Okay. So my goal is to get 1,000 people at least inside this membership club, so that I can really help you to really change your perspective on so many things. You know, I know credit like the back of my hand. I'm a certified credit expert. I know how to build businesses. I know how to build brands. You know, I'm an investor in real estate. I'm an commercial real estate. I own a cannabis dispensary. I have books. These are the things that I'm going to be teaching you inside of the Grow Your Money Club. So everything that I know, I want to give it to you as well. So that's what this is about. So share it out with your people. Go to growyourmoney.club. Get your membership. And remember, this is the inaugural pricing. So $47 for general membership and $97 for VIP. And then after the new year, the pricing is going to go up. But if you join now, you get this for a lifetime, as long as it's not cut off. If you cancel, then you come back in. You got to come back in at whatever price it is at that time. Can't do nothing for you. But $47 and $97 is an absolute steal. Also, we'll be going to St. Martin in April. So we will be sending out invitations for that. That's going to be amazing. And then I'm going to do a Wealth Empowerment Summit out here in the DC area. And that's going to be when I tell you what we got planned for that, yo, mind-blowing stuff. But for the folks who are in the VIP, you get $100, or you get 50%, excuse me, you get 50% off of the price of all of our in-person stuff. So that's what it is. That's what I wanted to tell you. I got to go and feed these children, but I wanted to come on here and share this with you. So thank you guys for staying with me for so long, for the last 27 minutes or 35 minutes. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, listen, shoot me a DM. And, you know, if you have questions about it, but all the information is out there on the growyourmoney.club. Go to growyourmoney.club so I can teach you how to grow your money and not blow your money for 2024. You know why? Because I love you for real, in real life, for real. All right.